Hi, Kishi here. We'll be looking at Reverie, a game that easily invokes nostalgia to some very special Super Nintendo games. Visually similar to Earthbound, Mother series, and gameplay similar to Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. The game introduces you to the Maori legend Maui and the Fishhook, a tale of a begrudged spirit that cursed himself and his brothers for pushing him off the boat. That curse tied them to the island. A couple of years later, we're introduced to a boy named Tai, who's off to visit his grandparents, who reside at that Toro on the island. When going out to do a chore for his grandparents, he gets pulled into the quest of bringing peace between spirit brothers. To help him on his journey, he has this trusty cricket bat that swings similar to Link's sword, and the ability to roll away from incoming attacks, very similar to Titan Souls. To free the island of the curse, Tai has to conquer 5 dungeons, with a post-game dungeon available when you're done with the story. Each dungeon scales up in puzzle difficulty and layout. The latter puzzles can be challenging, but very doable. Some of these puzzles will require precise timing and planning. To me, the puzzles were the best part of the game. It hits the right balance between easy and hair-wrenching. I never felt the puzzle was too difficult to reach out for help. If you're stuck at a puzzle, look for that specific dungeon weapon tool. Not all rooms are opened after a puzzle. Sometimes you have to clear out the whole enemy room, and sometimes the doors are sealed, which means you have to obtain a key from a cleared room. As good as the puzzles were, the combat was just okay. None of the standard enemies ever troubled me, especially after obtaining the second tool. That tool stuns enemy, gives enough breathing room for me to maneuver in cramped situations. I did enjoy that you cannot directly attack some of your enemies with the brat. You would have to disarm them with a different tool. And not all enemies chased after you. Most of them followed their own set path. However, when I got to the bosses, I did struggle a bit, till I figured out their pattern and strategy. Each dungeon boss requires you to use the most recent tool in some way. After completing the dungeon and the story, there's still a lot more that Reverie offers. There's a couple of side quests, 2 mini-games, secret dungeon locations to explore, and a plethora of feathers to collect. Very chill characters to interact with a few offering up some hilarious responses. But however, as you progress, the dialogue of the islanders rarely change. Only after completing a side quest does that individual dialogue change. For trophy hunters, this is an easy platinum. Nothing is missable. Platinum can be attained in a time frame of 6 to 8 hours. With the guide, it would be possible to complete in 3 hours. It's a max stack of 4 platinums across the incoming PS4 ports in 3 regions: Asia, Europe, North America, and the Vita port of that region. I enjoyed every single minute of Reverie. None of the music grated my ears. And each area and dungeon had its own track that fit its own setting. I will post a link below to the OST. There's enough content in Reverie to justify its $12.99 price tag. It's an absolute buy for anyone who likes exploration, entertaining boss battles, and brain-provoking puzzles. Very grateful that BrainBit brought this to the Vita, and hopefully it does well enough to warrant a sequel. Reverie gets an 8 out of 10.